I think lifting is actually really good for the majority of people. I find the problem seems to be it's overused. So there's a lot of different tools in our field. Lifting is one of the tools in our pretty extensive toolbox, and we find that traditionally a lot of the strength world tends to go to that tool on default quite a bit. So because of that, we usually end up doing a little bit of correction and a little less lifting in general. But a lot of the young kids that are up and coming, they actually need more lifting than some of the older people. I think our social content ends up being some of the other stuff because people haven't seen as much of it, so it's actually just a little more appealing on the eyes. We'll have people go through a sequence of movements and rotations, and we can actually use that to cross-reference our original assessment that we do with some of our other guys for muscle testing. If somebody is a little bit weaker or younger and we're doing body weight stuff with them, that can actually cause a decent amount of stress on their muscle tissue. And so for them, that can actually be lifting. So you could use it if somebody's weak, you could use it for lifting or gaining strength. If somebody's tight or restricted and really strong, sometimes that helps to like lengthen their tissue out a little bit. Well, I think for a really long time, a lot of these sports are actually blood sports. Football, hockey, boxing. And more recently, with the more literature that's coming out with concussions, I think the professional sports, to stay alive and keep growing, are shifting away from being blood sports. So because of that, strength was a huge priority in the 90s, was a huge priority before that. And I think now it's just kind of shifting. The game is more skill, the game is more speed, and I think because of that, strength is a little bit less of a priority in general.